All right. Hi guys, how we doing? I'm looking for something at the moment, so we're just gonna hang out and talk for a moment while I look for it. I just had found it like 10 minutes ago, and now I can't find it. So you're gonna have to bear with me while I'm looking. I think I just saw what I wanted. Hmm. Yes. Jeez. Okay. I'm just really, really dumb about this and got lost looking for something. Okay. I need like 5 minutes, maybe? All right. How does this work? No, it's fine. All right. That's good. Man, a whole bunch of these. I don't even know. That one can. Okay, those two are fine. Hi, sweetheart. Get rid of that. Oh, okay. I know what those are from. So let's get rid of those. Let's see. Okay. I think we're finally ready here. Sorry, I was editing something. I was like nearly done editing, but not completely. So we wanted to be completely done. Okie dokie. All right, we got dog on lap. And we're ready to begin our next Steely Soul. Hopefully, this time without the suck. It's going to be crazy that once I complete this, like, the challenges only get 10 times harder. there's only so many challenges left for me to do here. Wait, am I not on cam? Am I like just off camera? Here, let's see if I rotate this way. Am I better? That's the problem. Let's get OBS on that screen and then chat over top of OBS. Yeah, now we're looking good. Not looking too bad.
Friend.
All right, so it begins. Yep. Well, I missed the 9th, but it doesn't matter because I always heal after that anyways. That's kind of like the blue strategy, I suppose. Blue speedrunner. So his name is Blue SR. And he's a nice young lad. Very entertaining who speedruns this. I think that's also probably one of the biggest problems about me playing this game is I think I keep trying to employ speedrun strats that I'm not fully like aware of, right? Like, oh, I know that they do this really fast, or they just run into this enemy and face tank it. But they also have like every contingency of like, oh, this guy only does 2 damage to me. Oh, I'm also not playing in Steel Soul mode. So yeah, we're going to try to fix that. What I've also determined is I think we're going to... Oh, I need to edit my volumes of some sort. Hold on. How do I want to do this? 1 second. I just realized something. Oh, the problem is I can't test it not on stream because I was stupid and didn't think to set this up beforehand. I guess one of my questions is, can you guys even hear the music right now? I'll have to fix this later anyways. I had somebody come in a while ago and they said the game volume was too loud. But me looking at my volume mixer right now, it looks like you guys can't even hear the game at all. Like, as I swing, I think you guys can hear it. That means you guys wouldn't be able to hear the sound of the game. Like the music going in the background. Oh well. We'll have to come to that bridge as we get there. Beautiful. All right, so what I've determined is I think in terms of me trying to grow a little bit on this channel, I think that as long as I'm doing this Steel Soul challenge, I think leaving it as Beast Crest as the default will be the most interesting. Kaluna, hey, how you doing? You're saying you haven't heard any music. Okay. Hold on. So you and I are going to play with my sound effects a little bit here. And you're going to have to let me know if you think the game overshadows me. Because I had a bot come in. Like one of those people that tries to sell you art. And they were the last person who gave me like advice of, hey, hey, I think the game is too loud compared to you. Which is funny because that's always a complaint I've gotten through my whole life of being too loud. So when somebody or something overtakes my loudness, I'm always wildly impressed. Beautiful. Oh, but yeah, that's good, guys. I can hear some music now. Good. Yeah, like the game isn't like the music is definitely a background feature. Let me see. We'll go inverse for now. So we'll have the master volume up higher so that the music is playing, because the music for this game is really beautiful. I just always assume that... I always assume you guys can hear exactly what I can hear. And obviously that's not always the case. Like even right now, looking at my sound mixer, it is showing that... Like right now there's no music. Hold on. You're better with music? Okay, hold on. We need to test something then. All right, hold on. I want to see if this works. All right. I want to see if this works. You two need to let me know if you can hear this.
Is that a short joke? Is that a short joke?
I thought about you, Mal. It's loud. Oh, that's a little bit of a bummer. I'll have to work. I'll play on the sound settings for that. It is 100% for you, Mal. I finally figured out how to make sound clips in a very quick and reliable way. My worst sound clip now takes me like 3 minutes to make. But yeah, now I need to figure out where I want that sound clip to play through. Because one of the nice things about the way that I have things set up right now is the only audio you guys can hear coming from my computer. Like, hypothetically, if I have Discord open right now, you guys would not be able to hear anything on the Discord. You would only be able to hear sounds coming out of the game. However, in order to play those clips, I'm pretty certain I'm going to need to change that setting. And then that also means I might have to just take off the game volume. Yeah, that... It's overlapping your voice? Yeah. What do you mean? My voice is like duplicating? Or you're saying that the music's getting too loud and you can't hear me? Or do you mean the short joke is overlapping my voice? The game is way too loud to hear you when you're chatting. Okay. All right. At the moment, I can't hear what I need to hear for this game. So we're going to... You'll have to let me know if this is better. Oh, that was actually perfect, but... It is better. Is it still loud? Because I can't even hear the game right now. It's so quiet. Let's try that. No, turn it to 8. Ooh, barely made that. Let's remember where things are. Like, this is enough that I can hear it, but if I'm talking, I do drown it out a little bit, which I don't love. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but I can hear it. I can hear it enough now. Again, I do want your guys' input, because, like, you know, half the point of me playing a game is that you guys can hear the game. It makes no sense to me if you guys can't hear the music of the game, or... But, like, right now, if there's music playing, I don't hear it. It's still a wee bit quiet for what I want. I do have headphones, I just don't like to wear them. Oh, hi, sissy. Oh, does that mean Bree's here? Ooh, Kaluna using the free motes. Like it. All right, Bree. I actually have to properly welcome in Bree. I'm just going to turn this on. Oh wait, maybe you guys can hear the noises.
You words can't deny. When a girl walks in, anybody wasting around thinking, yo, bitch, you bitch.
Welcome in, Bree. That is now your official theme music whenever you come into stream. I gotta actually remember the name of that band. I've had them for so long, and I can't think of the band that covers that. And I'm thinking of some other, like, the immediate band name that comes to mind is Tantric, and I know it's not Tantric. All right, hold on. I need to make sure. I need to correct something because I don't want you guys to hear the noises every time somebody chats, because that's a. Is the sound that keeps happening? That sound that keeps happening is intended for me. Because when I stream, I have a bad tendency to ignore chat. And somebody who was helping me in the past with my stream recommended, why don't you make a sound so that as people talk, you know, you pay more attention to chat. Because again, it's just so easy to not pay attention to chat. Especially like, I don't know, like, Mal, you and I were talking a little bit about this the other day, but like, if you stream, when you're streaming to no one, it is very hard to remember to keep looking over to chat, or every time you look over at chat and there's no one there. To me, it's depressing. It absolutely affects my mood. So having a little sound play when somebody does chat, I think is super beneficial for me as a streamer. What? I went the wrong way. Well, you know what? Since we went the wrong way, let's see if I can get some extra rosaries. Because like right now, no one's typing anything, right? So it's really nice for me that no sound is playing. I don't have to look at chat if I know like the last couple things that were said. However, yes, I don't want you guys to hear the... I did it! I don't want you guys to hear the chat sound. So I'm gonna have to reconsider my sound bites. Because I don't think... Oh, so Bree, you missed it. I want to see if this works, though. Yeah, that doesn't come up for you guys. I don't think you guys could hear that at all. So yeah, this stinks. I need to figure out a way to program my sounds that if I want people to hear this...
Is that a short joke? Is that a short joke?
But Mal got her own soundbite. Mal, you're special. Sometimes being tiny is a blessing. I had an evil laugh for Mal. Ooh, Bree got first today. Congratulations. It's like Dunla Dunla. What's Dunla Dunla? I have no idea what that is. But yeah, I think what I'll do for this Steel Soul series, this is the final trophy I'm missing from this game, by the way. So that's one of the other big reasons I'm very focused on this specific challenge is that if I get this trophy until this game comes out with DLC content, I'll have 100%ed this game, like all trophies this game. And that's kind of exciting to me. And like, I know I get very frustrated at my deaths in this game, but I have to also admit, this makes playing the game a lot more fun and intense for me. Because like, if I play this game on normal mode and your deaths, like, they don't matter. Like, they matter to Bree, like when she plays the prequel to this game, because she doesn't know where anything is and she doesn't know how to get back her body. Mal's going to betray me for another streamer. Feel so hurt. Now, you do you, Mal. Go have fun. I appreciate you stopping in and chatting. Even better since I made the soundbite for you. But yeah, now I'm going to have to consider... Maybe the way is going to be to segregate, mix it up, to maybe only play through a certain sound source, like a certain output. I could have it play only through my headphones, but then I would have to wear headphones. And so far, no one's complained about me not having headphones on. Like, nobody's ever told me that they're getting backfeed from like the speakers behind the microphone. And so far, my microphone's been very good about blocking things. Kaluna, I'm really glad you said something, because it's hard to watch your own streams, like, because it's one of those things, like, I'll watch it from like 2 months ago and everything sounds perfect, or like sounds like what makes sense to me. But then it's obviously different when I'm actively talking to people. Alvernia accepted my transfer so I can get away from Albright. Awesome. When does your transfer go through? Is it like this semester, next semester? But dude, that's awesome. I do wish I had done college. When I was 19, I was just like trying to get out of my house as quickly as possible. And then by the time I finally was like, oh shit, I fucked up. I should have just gone to college right out of high school. I think I was like 23 or 24. And I went and took a college entrance exam and like aced it. Like, there was very, very little I didn't still remember from high school. And that was infuriating to me. That like 6 years without schooling and I'm still passing college entrance exams without like zero studying, zero looking at anything, no pre-test. Just like, oh, I remember most of this, or I remember enough of this to get the right answer. I wish I had the headspace and the safe space too, but sadly did not. Yeah. It's one of those things I definitely think, like, the older people get, you definitely realize like all the mistakes you made, and it's so interesting how prevalent, or like how what do I want to say? Noticeable, obvious they are. But like, I also remember like what was going through my head about college, because like I started to try to attend college and then I was like, no, like I'm upset at how easy it was for me. And then like 2 or 3 years later, I went to an online college and I hated the pre-course that I had to do. And I'm somebody, if I commit to something, I kind of put like 110% energy into what I'm doing. And I felt like there's people in the class that were passing without putting in like 10% energy. And that's when I was just like, well, fuck this. I don't want to put in all this energy into college if other people are putting in 10% and getting the same results that I am. Like, they're literally getting the same education as me and using it the same exact way. And like, my pre-course as well was like a really dumb thing. It was like a purely mental, like, who are your heroes? What's your motivation for being in college? Do you remember how to write essays and stuff like that? You have to do things for you, not others. Again, I agree with this, but young me was very prideful, and young me felt very, very victimized by everything. I genuinely felt, let me think. When I was a young lad, so we're talking about my 20s and under, I'd say like 25 and under, I was a very hard, very dedicated worker. So when I was at work, I would often get praised and noticed, and I would get recognition. In all other aspects of my life, I did not feel that way. With my family, I did not feel like they recognized me as an individual, because a lot of their comments were just negative, or like, your life choices are very different from ours, and we don't understand or accept that. We don't care that you're getting straight A's in school. We care about how you dress, because how you dress is going to impact how other people perceive you. And the problem was, people already were perceiving me negatively. So like, it was one of those things, like, I get that I'm going to be seen as negative, but I also don't care. Relationships were another thing for me. Like, I always felt, and to this day still kind of feel, that like majority of my relationships are, I don't have better verbiage for this, but me seducing the person to like me. I haven't really come across somebody who gives me the impression that they like me for me and they want to get to know me because they are interested in me. I feel like it's a lot of like, oh wow, this guy, you know, pays a lot of attention to me, puts a lot of effort into me. I kind of become unignorable. Does that make sense? It's not like, oh, I'm interested in him and that's why I'm dating him. It's, this guy has been so forcibly in my life, I cannot ignore him at all. I don't know if that sentence or those feelings make sense to anybody else. With friends, it's pretty much the same thing, unless I set up experiences for me and my friends to do together, whether it be hanging out, inviting myself over, inviting other people over to my place. I genuinely feel like people don't want to spend time with me, and kind of have like the proof in the pudding that, yeah, if I stop contacting people, I just don't have friends at that. And like, I can also use like other resources, and this is a bad example of it, but like, oh, I have a Discord, but nobody talks in it. Like, there's people that are in there, and like once every 6 to 9 months, somebody talks in there. But therefore, I almost never care about my Discord because of that reason. And like, I'll go through spurts of like, okay, I really just need to be active in my own Discord. And it's like talking to myself all over again. So I get very depressed talking to myself. Bree, I sent you a video earlier today where they talk about loneliness and like the difference between like loneliness and isolation, and 100% that video was like the most relatable thing. I needed to see that 15 fucking years ago. There was so much good relatable information in that video for me. I didn't need to heal there at all. LOL, somebody else in the chat over here can relate. Me over here learning to live for me. So, Kaluna, I fully understand what Bree's saying of, like, you know, you need to do things for yourself because that's what matters. Bree knows a little bit more of my, like, personal and, like, deeper thoughts. Like, we've been friends for a very long time, so we've had bigger discussions. I'm in a weird spot currently. I fully agree with you, Bree, of like, oh, well, there's things that you just have to do for yourself. I don't have a problem with doing things for me. I, like, you know, I exercise for me, or I take care of my dogs for me. I clean based upon, like, my own desires, right? But I think the problem that we have as American society is that there's so much comparison. And for me, and I know this is a very bad habit I have, I often get jealous of other people who have things that I would like or that I want as part of my life. And I look down on these people, right? So, I'm going to make up somebody. So there's this guy named Jack, and Jack has a wife and kids. I want a wife and kids. I would love to have a long-term, stable relationship. I would love to have a child or children in my life. But for some reason, you know, and I can't figure it out, I do not have these things. But I use Jack as an example, and it's not to be like, oh, Jack is this, like, horribly shitty person. But yes, let's put a trait to Jack that he's a fucking racist. And he's a terrible person. And he's been to jail 6 times, right? Like, he's a repeat offender of, you know, basic decency and then common decency. Yet Jack still has somebody who loves him. Jack still has children that, you know, he gets to come home to every day. And I genuinely just do not understand what it is. And, like, I know how to break it down and be like, I know it's not, like, a Jack thing. This is a me problem. But I don't know what the me problem is. And the problem with that is I don't have anybody that will tell me what I'm doing wrong. So then I just end up running around in circles because I have to use my imagination to think what I think is wrong or what people have said and then apply it to me and assume that when somebody's like, oh, I don't like a guy who makes these jokes, they must be like, that must be my problem. I'm making jokes that people don't appreciate. Why do you have to be the problem? I'm a big fan of the common denominator concept, right? The only thing that is consistent in my life is that I am always a part of my own life. And this dude is making my life miserable. Oh my gosh. And he went for the snipe. Holy crap. I'm a big fan of if something is going wrong in my life, right? I am part of that. And I can make a good decision, I can make the best decision, or, you know, I can make a better decision. Or I've made a bad decision, right? Like that's very feasible. Excellent. Can't lose this arena now. Beautiful. Way to go, Chakra. Oh, Shanka. I think if one bad thing happens to you, right, you can write it off as this is something external that has happened to me. I think when things keep happening over and over again to me, right? At that point, I would argue there is something I'm doing wrong. There is... Hi, Sunday. You want to get down, baby? All right. Ow. Sunday, I didn't realize I paused as I was getting slapped in the face. So here, I'll use, Kaluna, I'll use my example of friends that I've allowed into my life. The not most recent, a friend that I had in my life a few years ago, was somebody I met at a dog park. We had very similar mindsets, very similar senses of humor, and attitude of how we want to interact with people. And me and this person became like, not good friends, but we became friends, right? 6 months later, I find out that this person is a crack addict. And they're constantly either running from the law and, you know, like just avoiding, like, you know, just take your punishment since you got caught. And then they keep telling me, no, I've quit. But then they're, you know, they clearly have not quit. And don't get me wrong, I understand how difficult that is. But it's one of those things where this person was consistently choosing to avoid the solution or solutions that, like, the state was offering her, that her family was offering her. And like, I got to meet her family. Her family's very well off, so can very easily afford to pay for things like rehab and whatnot. And I understand that addiction is not easy to overcome. However, it's one of those things when your addiction starts affecting your friendships, right? When you start taking advantage of your friends for your addiction, yes, there's going to be consequences, right? Like, your friends are going to not want to spend time with you if you're consistently taking advantage of them or you're just consistently using them. And that kept happening with me and this individual. One of the places that I lived, I actually got a 2-bedroom apartment because before I learned all this about her, I was under the impression that her and I were going to be roommates at one point. Not like lovers or anything. We were just friends. But I got a 2-bedroom apartment, and it wasn't like super more expensive. It was like an extra $200 a month. But yes, I got an extra $200 a month rent with the intention of, hey, this person, her name was Cherry. Cherry's eventually going to come, you know, live with me. And then I'm going to start saving money because I'm going to be having somebody to split bills with me. But this never happened. I use Cherry as an example because she is not the first and not the last person that I keep letting into my life as a friend. And it's not a good fit for me, right? I'm a big firm believer in birds of a feather flock together. So whomever you surround yourself with is going to impact your life for better and for worse. So likewise, I'm a big fan of, I want to be the dumbest friend in my friend group, right? I want to be the poorest person in my friend group. Because then, right, you start, I'm an idiot. Then you start to learn good habits from these other people. Because if you're around people who are constantly financially responsible, you yourself will become financially responsible. But I kind of have the problem that the only good people that I've really, like, consistently let into my life are people that have to work 2 jobs or 3 jobs to get by. And, like, that's also not the type of friends that I'm looking for to have. You know, like, I want friends, I want I don't know how to explain what I want, but I know what I want, and I want to have time to be like spent with people. Wow, that's a perfect freaking drop on that part. Wasn't even paying attention. Jeez. Play better when I'm not looking at the game. I like people for them. I know I had this concept a while ago, and I kind of feel like it's doing me more harm than good. I definitely like the potential that people have. And I feel like that's gotten me into a lot of trouble. Because, like, it's good to see the good in people, right? However, if people don't live up to that potential or like that good that I see in them, it ends up just hurting me. And some of that as well is by, like, you know, being friends with somebody who is a crack addict and can't hold any stability in their life or chooses to not have stability in their life, right? So my friend Cherry didn't have a stable job. Like, Cherry, I mean this very polite, like, go get a job anywhere. I don't care if you're a telemarketer. I don't care if you work at McDonald's. Anything that will bring you a stable source of income is better than your zero income right now. Also, with any source of income, you know, like the apartment that I had was a cheaper apartment, not like dirt poor. It was not expensive. I am somebody where I like frugal things. You know, like the place that I was renting, it was in this like poor little backwater town. Rent between each of us would have been $350 plus utilities. You know what I mean? Like that's nothing for a place to live. Ooh, that was so sick. That was the best grouping I've ever gotten for those two. Holy crap. But yeah, I think that I think choosing Cherry as a friend and a potential roommate was not a smart or good decision on my part. Good thing I had no ties through marriage. Yeah, no. I've been very unlucky both with dating, but then also marriage. Almost every single individual I know, and the one person in my life who had a very successful marriage, like the type of marriage I want to have, they actually ended up getting divorced. They got divorced a couple of years ago, and I remember like just being like flabbergasted by that. And they were married for like 20 some years. So it's even like more incredible to me that they got divorced. Stop hitting me. Okay, that's fine. I have a pattern with this girl where I don't stun her twice. I usually can kill her before the second stun. And when she went into that second stun, it got me very scared that I was really behind on damage. But no, worked out. But yeah, it's not necessarily about blaming myself per se. It is, though, I think that if the event keeps happening to me over and over again, I think it's obvious that I am doing something wrong or I am choosing something wrong. I am doing something to put me into this spot again. Because, like, let me think of a good example. It'd be like complaining about always getting wet, like every day of your life, being like, oh man, why do I get wet every single day? But then you talk to the person and you're like, sir, you live in London. It's always raining in London. Like, what more? How do you expect to not get wet in a very rainy city when it is known, like it is heavily known for being a very wet city, right? So, for me, that's why I say, I think it's my fault, or I just wish I knew what I was doing, like, wrong, or what I was choosing wrong. And, you know, a lot of people will be like, you'll learn these things eventually, and the problem is, I'm nearing 40. I need to have learned these things like 20 years ago. I can't afford to be learning these things now. I need the fast course now, right? Like, okay, I understand that I don't understand this thing. Can somebody teach me this thing? And so far, everybody has told me no. Everybody's just like, you'll learn it eventually. That's not helpful. My comparison is asking somebody like, hey, can you teach me like how to do math? Like, right? I want to know what 2 plus 2 is. And everybody being like, don't worry. You'll figure out what 2 plus 2 is. How? Like, if no one teaches you how math works, you can't really like learn it on your own. You know what I mean? Like, math to me is something that you kind of need a teacher for. And socializing, I would argue, is somewhere in that same category. Is that you need people. You need people to interact with to teach you how people work. Oh, no. Oh, I'm an idiot. Hold on. There's a thing I think I can do here. But I need that dude to be alive because I'm dumb. Crap. This is so much easier to do late game, but if I could do it now. Maybe I can't hit it through. Maybe I need a skill. No! There is a chest in the ceiling above me. Got it! I'm amazing! Oh, that's juicy! Hell fucking yeah! Oh, that's awesome. I was watching a speedrunner. He's routing the 100% category for this game. And I saw him do that earlier today, and I thought it was the most nuts thing I've ever seen. And now I can do it, and it's so juicy. So that was 150 rosaries. I need 30 to get in here, but then one of the items in here is 150. So by being able to get that now, oh, so awesome. Yeah, this item here, 160. I just got that 160 for like 10 seconds of my time. Or this memory locket. Memory locket is exactly 150. Woo! No! I'm dumb again. All right. So, for some reason, my movement is suffering a whole lot. But the good thing about that is it's not my combat. And honestly, if I fixed my combat... Fucking god damn it! I was literally thinking that I needed to heal. Sad day. He still sucks at the game. Well, we're back to the beginning. What would we like to talk about? But yeah, I actually haven't had very many like even fruitful relationships. A lot of my relationships have been extremely short. I've only had like 3, maybe 4 that lasted longer than 6 months. So that's something that's always bothered me because even when I was young, like even as early, like, so my first girlfriend was when I was, I think, 16. I tried not to date for a very long time. And, um, oh, what? What did me and my first girlfriend break up over? Who was it? Who was it? I know her name was Rachel. She was a year older than me in high school. And I actually kind of started dating her because she was actually the best friend of my best friend's girlfriend. So it was kind of like we dated by proxy. Oh gosh, I don't remember. My immediate guess is that she cheated on me, but I don't know who she would even cheat with. Just wait a second. Maybe it was Rebecca. Oh god, we have to dig in the dregs of memory here. Or was Rebecca after? I definitely couldn't drive when I was dating Rebecca. Huh. I have no idea who my first girlfriend was. It was either Rebecca or Rachel. I'm thinking it was Rebecca. Because now that I'm like really thinking about like what happened between Rachel and I'm pretty sure that I asked out Rachel. She said no. And then she expected that I was going to like keep asking her out. And I was somebody like, no, all the signs were there that you were interested in me. So if I ask you out and you say no, you're telling me you don't want to go out with me. Why would I keep asking you out? And I remember like just how confusing that was as a first partner. Like as like somebody I was like interested in. So yeah, I don't think I dated Rachel. So I think it might have been Rebecca. Rebecca and I broke up because she felt like I was too young. I was a year younger. Yeah, I was a year younger than her. But in terms of schooling, I was 2 years younger than her. Like she was a year advanced and I was a year behind. Ooh, that'd be something I would want to ask Marie about. I wonder if being held back a year in school would make sense for my awkward social. So I'm somebody where I went to school when I was like 7, but I kept getting sick. So like I was missing more school than going to school. I was just constantly sick going to school. So my parents pulled me out. And then I ended up going to school when I was 8. So when I was 8, I was in class with a bunch of 7-year-olds. I wonder if that is something that affects people's personalities. Multinational Agent Norns. That is a very long name. I like it. I'm going to be very sad when he posts a Stream View website.
Hey, come on.
You are the one who sucks! I'm going to assume that was Mal. That was Bree. Bree thinks I sucks? I see how it is. To be fair, I would argue that I've only proved in this stream that I do sucks.
Cadestre.
Koro kate.
Paspin.
Fa yuma.
Fadastama.
Fine. Oh, alelo.
Bree, have you studied any child development psychology?
Well, then get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit. So it's together. And if you gotta take it somewhere, you know? Take it to the shit store and sell it. Or put it in a shit museum. I don't care what you do. You just gotta get it together. Get your shit together.
I do need to get my shit together, Bree. That death is extremely painful because that run was going so smooth. But alas, everything in this game. So a huge joke about this game, Bree, is in Hollow Knight. Very, very few things do 2 damage to you, and a lot of them are like really gigantic bosses. So it makes sense. In this game, the community joke is everything deals 2 damage to you. They've since patched this game a few times, and they've actually reduced some of the things that did 2 damage to people. And then there's a bunch of people like me who are like talking like, wait a second, this big block, like this gigantic boulder that takes up a third of the screen with spikes all around the edges, that hits me and only deals 1 point of damage to me? How does that make sense? Crap. So, Bree, about child development. Crap. No me gusta. Come over here. No, go up. Go up, stupid. Woo! Barely made it. I was held back a year in kindergarten. I kept getting sick. So my parents pulled me out of school, and I got put back in a year later. Do you think being the oldest in a class of children would affect me, like, socializing-wise? Because, like, I went through all of elementary school where majority of my friends were in the grade above me. Like, yes, I had, like, 1 or 2 friends in my direct grade, but almost all of my friends were, like, my best friend was in the grade above me, even though I was older than him. Not by much, but I was older than him. I'd be very curious if they do any studies about, like, the oldest child in a group of school kids. Crap, I don't have the brooch on. I'm just gonna go straight down and get it. I mean, that is why it's so important to break down childhood. Yeah. If only I could find a therapist that wasn't crappy. That's something else that's extremely frustrating, like, especially, like, talking to people who are very pro therapy, and all of them are like, finding a therapist is like finding a part. Like, fuck me, game, you piece of shit. Finding a therapist is like finding a girlfriend, and I'm like, oh, that's terrific, because I'm also fucking single as fuck. There's a plethora of studies on child and ages, even where all the children... I'm sorry, even where children fall in their siblings has different developmental outcomes. So I'm the youngest. Does that mean I'm doomed? You've been nothing but out of place socially from a young age. 100%. Like, and I think that's one of the reasons too. Like, I know I hate the word normal, but it is a very frustrating thing of how often people will be like, oh, well, this is normal. Well, this is normal. And I'm like, but I didn't experience that. I don't know what that is. And people are like, oh, well, it's normal. Okay. Got all these beads right now. Awesome, 2 for 2. Can't believe I've gotten this trick twice. Ooh, made the jump that time. So you need to be accustomed to your typical societal expectations to understand normal. Hold on, I don't understand that sentence. So I need to be accustomed to my typical societal... We don't shit on floors, we shit in toilets. That's normal, that's a societal expectation. So, like, I feel like I know what a lot of those are, but there's just some, like, especially, like, again, I don't know if this is, like, necessarily the best topic for Twitch. I guess it's not really hurtful either. But, like, why do I struggle with people so much? Right? Like, I know that that's an incredibly fucking loaded question. But, like, what is it that I do wrong? Because I feel like when we socialize, I don't feel like I was bad or difficult, right? I feel like I can have conversations with people. I feel like I can joke and get along with people. But for some reason, like, people don't stick around. And I've kind of just gotten, like, so used to that. And, like, I sent you that video earlier today talking about like loneliness versus isolationism. And like I said earlier in this stream, the amount of things that they talked about in that video where I was just like, holy fucking shit, no duh. Oh, holy fucking shit, I relate to that. Shouldn't be cursing this much on stream either. But like those kinds of things. And it's very frustrating to be like, I needed that video 15 years ago. Like, it's nice to have it now that I'm fucking 40. But, oh man, would that video have been very useful for me 15 years ago. You have a very big personality. Could be for difficult for people to deal with. Yeah. Like, to be told, I get told that I'm annoying a whole lot. And that's something where it's a bit frustrating because it's just like, all right, you find me annoying. Good for you. But I also don't really know what I am supposed to do about that. Right? Because, like, everybody finds somebody annoying. So, I don't know. And it's one of those things, like, the people that call me annoying, I don't really care about their opinion either. They're not somebody that, like, I'm trying to spend time with. So, therefore, you know, the value of their comment is kind of just, like, I'm aware that they've made the comment, but it doesn't really affect me too much. It really only affects me in terms of it's annoying to be called annoying, but with no explanation as to why. Yeah, like, and like, whenever you get a chance for the video, it is very useful. I felt like it was a very good conversation. Autism, bro. So again, here's the thing. I've talked to you about this before, but like, I've been tested for autism and I don't come anywhere close, apparently. So like, it could just be that I'm like stupid high functioning autistic. But like, how does that help me to know that I'm autistic? Like, do I need to do that thing where it's, hi, I'm Sean, I'm autistic, so that people you know, are nicer to me, or people that think I'm annoying, or like, oh shit, I find an autistic person annoying. Because that doesn't feel beneficial either. Like, I guess the way that my mind thinks of things, I don't mind if I'm making a mistake if somebody can tell me, hey, you're making the mistake and here's how to fix it. I'm having the experience, though. Everybody is telling me 2 + 2 does not equal 4, and you need to figure out why it's not 4. It's not linear. I'm a high-function panic disorder and agoraphobic, but it's still there and still sucks every hour of the day. I wish I could hug you, Bree. You need black and white in a world of gray? I don't need black and white. I think black and white eliminates a lot of stupid confusion. I feel like a lot of people waste a fuck ton of energy. Like, I get that the world's also not just like black and white, right? That the world's a rainbow. But people will be like, instead of just being like, hey, I'm a black person, people will be like, I'm a nuanced hipster, freedom activist patriot, and I'm more aligned with the views of 1950s than I do with the current regime. What? Like, are you just trying to say that you're old school? Yes, precisely. Why not just say that you're old school? Like that's where being, like, a little bit closer to the black and white does make a lot more sense. Or, you know, like, you wasted 5 minutes of my life trying to explain what your hipster bullshit was. Man, missing. I hate evasive answers. I hate people that direct, just give me what I need. It's actually really funny. So my ex was somebody, and she did warn me that she's the type to run away from problems. Except that when she left the last place that we rented together, she did $7,000 worth of damage. And fuck you, Bell Beast. Bell Beast. Alright, that was probably bad positioning on my part. The reason I also 100% blame my ex for it is that I only lived in that apartment for like, I think it was 2 months, 3 months before I moved out. So in 9 months, her and her new partner, who apparently moved in very shortly after I left, when they moved out, the landlord sent me a bill for $7,000. And he's like, well, hey, we can't get in touch with Bree, and your name's on the lease, so you're responsible for it. And I'm still very tempted to go drop the bill off at her house. I've worked out an agreement with the landlord, so I'm not fucked. But I'm tempted to go drop off that $7,000 on her doorstep. But she lives in a town that's out of my way to drive to. And I don't know if being that kind of petty makes sense. I don't feel like I would get any closure from it. I don't particularly want to see her. And send her a certified letter. It's not petty, she fucked up. She 100% fucked up. It's annoying that the landlord that I was dealing with, I don't know why he did not want to press a legal, like, lawsuit against her. And, like, I even told him, I was like, listen, you can pull a lawsuit against the both of us. And, you know, like, I'll go to court and I'll testify, like, hey, I was here from this month to this month, and the property was not damaged in this way. And, like, that was not, you know, normal for her character. Because my landlord thinks that she intentionally damaged the property. And I'm also inclined to believe it because she asked me to help her move. Like, out of months of us not talking and not being on speaking terms, and I had to take her to court because the quick version is she stole about $1,000 from me. When I had to take her to court to get her to pay me back. And then, you know, when she goes to move out of that apartment, she has the balls to ask me, hey, will you help me and my current partner move out of the house? No. What the fuck? And again, like, it's not like we were friendly at this time. Like, it's a complete, like, you haven't talked to me since December, except for legal reasons. And now you want me to help you move out in August? It's such a weird thing. She also, what's nice about, like, either being autistic or a gamer, yeah, 100% Brie. What's nice about being autistic is reading through some of my text messages with her. Every time she's angry with me, she uses my name. That's the only time she ever says my name in a text message. I went looking through a bunch of our text messages being like, hey, wait a second. Does she actually ever, you know, say my name ever? No, unless she's mad with me, was the only time she would be like, yeah, sprinkle beard. Oh, drama. So again, like, the funny thing is, like, Brie, like, everybody in chat, not just Brie, just Brie, you're obviously being the most interactive at the moment. But, like, I'm not somebody who's ever enjoyed talking about my problems. Like, right now, do I feel better? No, I feel angry and bitter. Like, I am genuinely unhappy right now. Because now I'm also remembering, like, all the memories I had with her. And a lot of them being low quality. Or the good memories that I do have with her are kind of annoyed. Oh, thank you for the biddies. But, like, even the good memories I have with her are kind of, like, tarnished in the context of, like, it sucks that I wasted a lot of time and energy on her. Because I felt like I was really, really trying in that relationship. And there was a lot of criticism from her in that relationship. And, like, I say criticism, both good and bad. I think that there was a lot of things that she, criticized or gave me feedback on that was good for me. I am not saying, you know, all of her criticism was bad or negative. I would almost break it down to like 50-50, right? I think there was plenty of criticisms that she gave me that were just really bad for me. Like bad or hurtful, right? Like intended just to be, crappy human being. But I do think that there was plenty of criticisms where it was like, hey, Sean, you're not doing this properly. This could be done better. Hey, Sean, this is something I notice you struggle with. Because, like, she is even somebody who consistently said, hey, you seem all... Oh, save that one. Holy crap. Because even she's somebody who said, I think you're autistic. And is one of the reasons I went and got tested recently. Like, I got tested within the last year. Because again, like, I've done free online tests for autism, but again, like, they're the free tests, so fuck! I didn't want to kill that guy in that manner. That affected my rosaries by like 12. What is this dude doing? Sir, why are you jumping so much? Stop it. You know what's funny? This area that I'm in right now, I love the music going in the background. How would the quick answer would be no. How would the test for Asperger's be different than the test for autism? Like, I feel like an autism test would point me in the direction of Asperger's if I had it. Shouldn't it? I'm really bad when it comes to love, so I just don't give advice. So Kaluna, I think that like love is overly complicated, but I also think it's overly complicated for dumb reasons, and it's the same dumb reasons that I struggle with people. So like, I want to boil human interaction down to its most simple form. Hey Kaluna, when you're interacting with people, what are you hoping for? I'm hoping that me and the other people get along, maybe have fun, maybe joke around, or if we're co-workers, we accomplish whatever, task that we're set up for. And, for the people that I'm not interacting with, right? So if you're in a line at an amusement park, yeah, I'm not looking to be best friends with those people, but I just hope that they're neutral to me, right? That we just don't have a bad experience back and forth. I think 99% of people, if you gave them that description, hey, I hope that when I interact with people, we have a good time together, that we're either friendly or don't have, problems or arguments. I think 99% of people would agree to that sentence or would want that kind of interaction from other humans. I have a nephew that has Asperger's, or is diagnosed with Asperger's. So I'm familiar with what Asperger's is. He's really high functioning too. Like, the last time that I saw him was years ago. But when I last saw him, he was like, I think 10 or 11. And you know what he wanted to talk about? He wanted to talk about third world politics. He was really big onto world politics and how different countries interact with each other. And he was the type that would be like, well, hey, this country has a major oil export. So the fact that they're not getting along with this country right next to them obviously means that, like, they have to worry about, like, war, but they probably won't ever go to war because they import so much cotton from this neighboring country that it would be, really detrimental for them to get it from the next local provider, which is like 5 countries over. And, he's 10 years old talking about this. Hold on, I'm going to read your whole sentence. Asperger's equals autism spectral disorder level 1. The term is no longer used clinically, but the experience it described is still very real for many people. Asperger's referred to individuals on the autism spectrum with milder symptoms and strong verbal abilities, but is now understood to be part of a broader autism spectrum rather than a distinct condition. But it's still very real. Yeah, so I've heard of Asperger's, and I feel like Asperger's is more common per se, because I've bumped into a lot of people who talk about Asperger's. So I don't feel like it's a very, if it's in your family. Yeah, and so again, my family has mentioned that they think I'm autistic. And then when so it's my oldest brother, Mark, I believe it's his oldest son has Asperger's. When he got diagnosed, that's when those conversations started coming up that, hey, Sean, maybe you have it. And it would make a lot of logical sense. And again, I'm not opposed to it. It's one of those things, though, where I still don't understand how the title of, if I get diagnosed with Asperger's, does that actually help me? I don't get a discount anywhere I go. I don't get any medical extra treatment. I don't get a fucking extra break at work for being autistic. You know what I mean? it's one of those things. It doesn't really benefit me in any of those categories, and I'm not the type of person that's going to be like, hey, Nelson, you can't be mean to me because I have Asperger's, and that's going to make you look like a dick. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know when it's ever really going to come up in a useful way. I'm also someone where if I use the name Nelson, if Nelson doesn't like me, I don't want him to start liking me because I have Asperger's, right? Like, I don't want him being like, oh, I hate Sprinklebeard because he sucks, but I like him now because, you know, maybe he doesn't suck so bad because he has Asperger's. Like, no, that's a weird. That's a weird reason to change your opinion on somebody. That would be like, oh, I'm making fun of this person because they have a limp. What the hell? They can't walk right. And then you're like, hey, man, that's a birth defect. And then all of a sudden, oh, well, I guess we're best friends now. No, it changes fucking nothing. Yeah, because you'll be able to find the people to help you because they know the baseline is they can treat better. My behaviors exhibit like this because I have Asperger's and social cues can be tricky for me. Okay, so hear me out. You want people to like you for you. Yes. But can't accept what is part of you potentially? I'm gonna wait until your thought's complete. Monster dude. Trying to stop me from hitting my lever. Oh, I'm sorry. You're saying I want people to like me for me. But wait, are you saying that I can't accept what's part of me potentially? Or they can't accept a part of me potentially? Dart to the face. Wow, Bree's really weird. She's running to the exit and hyperventilating. What a weirdo. Oh, she has a panic attack disorder? Oh, how can we help? Crap. Sean doesn't understand shit I'm saying. I don't really have the problem of me not understanding other people that much, or at least I don't think so. Again, I have the bigger problem of I just let her kick my windshield out. I have kind of the bigger problem that a lot of, like, I'm gonna call them normies, find me annoying, except I don't fucking care about normies. No, read the whole sentence. Sean doesn't understand the shit I'm saying. He's on the spectrum. Maybe we're not explaining things. No, but so, like, the problem that I have is that nobody actually explains shit to me. Like, all right, so I'm going to use the example that I get most often is people will be like, Sean, you're annoying. Okay, why am I annoying? You just are annoying. That's not explaining something, right? Like, there's nothing. There's nothing to take away from that and be like, oh, this is what's annoying. Oh, when I do voice impressions, that's what's annoying. Oh, when I make dad jokes, that's annoying. The problem with that is there's people who like dad jokes. I get that not everybody's going to like dad jokes. I'm not going to stop telling dad jokes because one person finds it annoying. Ray, did you kick her windshield out at some point? Like, that's a story that needs an explanation. Like, that's a sentence that absolutely needs an explanation. I'm supposed to dunk you. Dude, 2 more hits? Nope! That was so scary. Get in the lava. Or just die. Death is good. Hornet Shuffle. I wasn't leaving the house. She wanted me to come see her new house. And she is a safe person. But I was heavy in agoraphobia, and I lost my shit and had to get out of the car while I was driving. That sounds intense. Oh, poor Bree. Poor Kaluna windshield. Then she pulled over and I got out. All right, so Bree, do we need a safe word for the car that if you need to get out of the car, you can say the word and I'll know to let you out of the car? Just... Why is that dude still alive? Holy crap, I was playing that fight so well and just neither one of them were dying. We took care of it. We eventually got to the new house. Well, that's good. Oh my gosh, why do I keep falling there? I play this run more than speedrunners. Not more than speedrunners, but as much as speedrunners do at this point. Why am I getting knocked down? Beautiful. So the issue that I took with this statement you made earlier, that like, well, what if it helps people better understand you? I feel like it doesn't help people like or treat me differently. Again, I feel like it just maybe, like at best, takes away a reason that they find me annoying. Or they can't as openly dislike me. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody... So, Bree and Kaluna, I'm going to use you two as an example since you're both in here. If Kaluna's like, oh man, Sprinklebeard's really annoying. And Bree's like, well, you can't say that because he's, you know, he has Asperger's. To me, that doesn't change the fact that I'm annoying to Kaluna. All it does is change how openly she can say it. Does that make sense? Like, at best, yes, maybe it makes Kaluna a little bit more patient with me. But that would be judging that Kaluna already wanted to like me in the first place, but found me annoying. I don't know if I'm making that type of sentence clear. I mean, if it helps people have more patience or try to figure out why they... Fuck me, no! God damn it. This is completely inconsequential, but I just walked in and out of a door. Again, I'm not opposed to it. I would say here are my reservations. So number one, I don't have a diagnosis. So without a diagnosis, I don't want to be one of the people that self-diagnoses, because I think those people are all stupid. And I'm also somebody where I'm like, if you think you have a diagnosis, you should just get tested. Like there's zero reason to not just get tested. I also just remembered I didn't do my secret thing in here. No, I missed. Hold on, there's an extra 150. No! You nincompoop. Fuck. Breathe. No! I want it. Why can't I do this simple movement? All right, my reservations. So number one would be, until I get an actual diagnosis, I don't feel like this is something I can even use. Number two, fuck. Number two, even if I do get the diagnosis, when the fuck do I pull this out? Oh my gosh, I'm finally done. I can fucking leave. Jesus Christ. I fucking pissed. God damn it. I opened up the chest, but I didn't collect any of the rosaries. And so since I left the room, I don't get any of the rosaries. So all the time I just spent trying to collect that, I now just lose all those rosaries instead. You'll know how to better investigate yourself? Maybe. I don't know that, like, can you properly investigate yourself when it's a skill you just don't have? Right? Like, I think I am pretty self-aware, or I've reflected plenty where I think I have a decent understanding of, like, myself and my viewpoints. I am just missing, like, a big piece that is frustrating for me because, you know, not being able to understand it. But, like, you know, let's say I have Asperger's. I don't know how that changes. Fuck you, dude. My spear should have interrupted his explosion. Like the projectile he tossed at me, my spear is supposed to destroy that in the air. Also, here's a friend if you need to give yourself some credit for being nice to hang around. So, Kaluna, it's... How do I want to say this? I don't necessarily think I'm, like, the problem. I think, though, that how do we want to say this? I say I'm the problem in terms of it seems like this keeps reoccurring to me over and over again, right? So I therefore think that since there's this pattern of this same thing recurring to me over and over again, I must be doing something wrong. Like a carpenter constantly hitting his hand with a hammer. Like, yes, you can say, fuck, that was a bad jump on my part. Yes, you can say that, well, it's part of your profession. No wonder you hit yourself in the hand with a hammer. But I would also argue that, you know, wouldn't you expect somebody who works with a hammer daily to be more skillful with a hammer? Like, yes, they have more chances to hit themselves in the hand with a hammer, but I would also argue they probably hit it significantly less than the average person because they have so much experience with the hammer, right? You might be wanting to socialize with people that just aren't it. So Bree, like, yes, that's what I'm trying to figure out, right? I want to figure out, why do I keep socializing with the wrong people? And like, just not understanding that aspect of like, how do I pick the right people? Because every time I feel like I have right people, those are the people that often went out of their way to backstab me in some capacity, which now puts me in a position where I tend to not trust people anymore. Like, there's a lot of people where they're like, oh, I would be your friend. And I'm like, I bet you fucking would. Oh, I missed all of those? What the fuck? I'm cursing a lot tonight. Definitely talking about my problems is not good. Mal's like, I'm very skillful with a hammer. Mal, you know when you go to the carnival and you get one of those inflatable hammers? And like they're just as big as the kid holding them? That's how I picture you with a hammer. Oh, I missed that one, really? Oh, well, we need to get in the next room anyways. That slug is adorable. Where's that slug from? You're here with friends? Thanks, Kaluna. I'm somebody, like, I've never been somebody that enjoys talking about problems, and I also don't feel like talking about my problems has ever solved or improved them. It genuinely just makes me angry and makes me feel more like a victim to things. And that's like doubly frustrating because it's like, oh, I didn't get any resolution or fix, or nothing has changed or become any different at all. My problem is still there. I'm still unhappy about it. Don't touch me. I'd be so mad if you touched me right now. Discussing trauma can reinstate the trauma, so it's understandable. Let's change the subject. I just feel bad because, like, number one, I feel like I'm cursing a lot tonight, and I don't mind curse words, but I also don't want to have the mouth of a sailor. And I mean this respectfully, but I don't feel like I'm getting any advice that's helping fix the problem. Kaluna, earlier you said, I'm doing a lot of work to change my life. I'm tired of bad love myself. Yeah, like, so I'm somebody who's very big on self-improvement. I really like watching content that helps you change or helps you grow in some way. But it's also one of those things where I also understand that if other people are not doing the same thing, it makes it harder to interact with people that aren't doing that same thing. Right? So like, I'm going to make the example of if you're trying to get rich, it doesn't help to talk to people who are also not trying to be rich and wealthy and are also doing the right things to become rich and wealthy. You know, it'd be like talking to somebody who's like flat broke and complaining about being flat broke. And you're like, oh, well, I'm working, 40 hours a week at my job and I'm doing this to earn extra money. And now I'm doing, Twitch and YouTube as a side hustle. And, the person with no job is like, oh, well, it must be nice to have all that money. You're not going to gain anything from that conversation with that person. And pardon me, I'm not trying to say that about you guys. I'm trying to say when I watch things that are like self-help or self-growth things, and then I talk to somebody that I consider a normie, right? Like somebody who's like, oh, I find Sprinklebeard annoying and, he's got a big personality. Those types of people. Not you guys that are being pleasant to be around. The takeaway is you're fine. That is incorrect. You pick the wrong people. Yes, we've established this. We seek better therapy eventually. Question, do you notice you talk in examples 80% of the time versus just talking? You mentioned that to me like recently, where you're like, you talk in examples a lot. I feel like everybody talks either in examples or hypotheticals. Is that not common? Ow. Is it that you need the examples, or think others do not understand where you're coming from? My experience when in my life, at many of my professions, I have been a trainer where I have trained other individuals. I have found that giving people a boiled down nutshell of something or an example is a very easy way to get information across, or like accurate information across. I do like examples as well, because sometimes, again, when people, like when we talk in the gray of things, I feel like imaginations can kind of run wild there, and that there's almost too much to think about. So having an example can reground or refocus the conversation rather than it getting derailed by imagination. Like, if you were to say that you ask the question, hey, Sean, do you think killing is right or wrong? For a human to take another human's life. There's a black and white answer. There's also like 15 gray answers to that. And I think that an example really helps identify my thought process or why I think killing is okay or not, right? Because even though that is a black and white question of a yes and no, I would very easily argue it's a lot more complicated than yes or no. Some people naturally understand the world better through situations. Hey, T Gray, how you doing? Some people naturally understand the world better through those situations, analogies, and concrete examples rather than abstract statements, which is common for Asperger's and autism. Breeze over here just being like, yeah, you're definitely autistic. Now it's over, baby. T Gray, thank you very much. T Gray, you know what's hilarious? Guess what sub number that is? That's number 5. So, all right. So for you guys that are new here, guys and gals, this is actually good music. We're just going to let this music play. 69. Oh, damn. Good answer. Good fucking answer. Well, I guess we're using this cam. That's perfect. Perfect. All right. So, a lot of you guys are new here, except for T-Gray. T-Gray is probably the only person here who knows what's about to happen. So, everybody hydrate. But, every time I get 5 subs, I adorn Sprinklebeard for the rest of my stream. Unless it's, like, about to end. If we're, like, half an hour away from ending, 100% I'll hold off on doing Sprinklebeard. But got our frosting. Not in the hair. Fuck you, hair. I just realized I absolutely should not have done this in this shirt, but we're already kind of committed here, so we're gonna fucking deal with it. Okay, wrong side. Wait, hold on. Now I can't see chat bar. Yeah, so, all right, when it comes to streaming, I am somebody who... Hold on, I'm just gonna use my... I can't see what I'm doing properly with the webcam, so we're just going to use phone. I'm somebody who really, really appreciates interactive Twitch streamers, and Sprinklebeard does have an origin story. So when I was younger, I worked with kids with behavioral issues. And part of my profession was decorating cakes for them for their birthday. Well, this one day, my bosses went to a food trade show, right? Like where, like, businesses that get a lot more... I'm off camera. Hold on. Sorry. You guys didn't say shit. Gotta say that I'm not on fucking camera. But my bosses went to a trade show, and at the trade show, they, called back, and they were like, "Hey, Sprinklebeard, how's things going?" At this time, I wasn't Sprinklebeard yet. How are things going? And I was like, "Oh, they're actually really good. I am stupidly far ahead of the schedule. Like, I am beyond ahead of schedule on everything. Like, you guys don't realize that, like, when I'm left alone, I get a lot of shit done. If I'm not talking to coworkers or not getting distracted by their nonsense, I kind of knock shit out. So, I had so much free time. We had this giant container of sprinkles. Where's my camera? There. Camera's there. We had this giant container of sprinkles. Probably the same size as either like Sunday or Mal. And I decided that after decorating all the cakes, I had nothing left to do. And for the record, the cakes were fully decorated. It's not like I took any of their sprinkles away. But upon realizing this, I decided to pour sprinkles in my beard. And so the photo that's on Twitch, like my little like circular icon, is me pulling off sprinkle beard the proper way. This is me doing it the dumb way. But at the time, I didn't do frosting. But now I do frosting. It's frosting hilarious. Also, this makes my dog Sunday really happy because she gets to get a whole lot of the sprinkles that fall on the floor. Sprinkles! Yeah, hi, Sprinks! But if I'm gonna be Sprinklebeard, I gotta be Sprinklebeard. I just can't afford to do this every fucking stream. I would have no money, right? The amount of money I would spend on frosting and sprinkles would be outrageous. I would be out of sprinkles so fucking fast. Or, not the sprinkles, the frosting. Ironically enough, the sprinkles actually go on pretty well. Sprinks, you want some sprinkles? Want some? Hold on. Girls want to be part of stream. Oh, Dad, I like beard frosting and sprinkles. Thank you. All right, Stinks. Oh, I guess I'll try this. Oh, this is sugary. Sprinkles. Oh, who's a good girl? Sprinkles, you're so sweet. Guys, do you see how gentle she's being? She's just like the sweetest little thing ever. Little gentle kisses. And then we're gonna come back to Sunday. And Sunday's like, Dad, I wanted more. Hopefully Bree doesn't not yell at me for feeding my dog sprinkles. I can only imagine the sugar content for a pot breed. All right, guys, give me 1 second to wash hands and such, and then we'll get back to streaming some Hollow Knight. And again, I do keep Sprinklebeard for the remainder of stream. There's only been one instance where I actually did have to wash it all. And it was because I used too much frosting. I've kind of learned from my mistakes. But I'll be right back. Oh yeah, I guess I need to decide. Deal with this mess later. I forgot that when I do Sprinklebeard like this, I don't have the best way to clean it up after the fact. So now I have sprinkles just fucking all over my chair and all over the floor. I really do need to create something as a sprinkles catcher for this. But Tigray, thank you very much. Absolutely adore you. Can't believe that this is your third Sprinklebeard. I don't know anybody else who has consistently gotten this so many times. I'm trying to think of when I started doing this on stream. How, like, I had a couple of, like, frequent sub... Oh, that's what happened. I was about to say, I had a bunch of frequent sub donors, but it wasn't that I had sub donors. I had a dude who kept buying me shit for the game I was playing. Let her cook! But yeah, since I've met Tigray, I've known Tigray for a few months now. She has gotten 3 of the sprinkle beards herself. I probably need to keep a counter of that. I'm gonna call it the Tigray counter. Away from me, ants. Okay. Nope. Oh, Tigray. Actually, you get to pick a number as well. So Tigray, right now I'm doing a challenge run where, the default is I'm about to get an item that changes my attack moveset in this game. And we call it a crest. So that's why in the title it says that I'm using the Beast Crest. The Beast Crest is considered the worst crest in this game. And so therefore I've chosen to use that on the hardest mode of the game. But Tigray, you get to pick a number between 1 and 4. So 1 is what I'm currently using, which is called the Hunter's Crest. So it's the move set that you're seeing. So like as I do my downward attack, it's this like, fuck! It's this downward diagonal attack, right? And then I have this like swiping spear attack. You're about to see me get the Beast Crest, which is number 4. Beast Crest is going to be a claw instead. And it has certain... Idiot. The Beast Crest has certain advantages and disadvantages to its healing in this game. And then 2 is Reaper's Crest. That was our... We did a recent run of Reaper's Crest, and it kind of went okay. And then number 3 would be Wanderer's Crest, which has the fastest attack speed in the game. Hopefully Tigray's still here. She tends to come in and I think she dipped out already. Oh, I should not have speared there. Brinkos! Ice things. Hold on. Brinkos, you want to come up? You want to come be a pup? You want to be a stream dog? Brinkos! You could be a stream girl. Hi. You want to be stream girl? You want to be Sprinkles and Beard? Guys, normally I would turn on dog cam right now, but unfortunately we have Sprinkle Beard active, so I think we leave Sprinkle Beard camera on. Wow. Never mind, Sprinkles. Sprinkles left me. Just like everybody else in my life. Ow! Crap, I tried to make a self-deprecating joke and got punished. Man, crap. This is really bad. I expected him to be dead here. This is so scary. Holy shit. That was way too clutch. Sunday, you can be here and snuggle, but you can't eat the beer. You've definitely had plenty of sugar in your diet tonight. Yeah, I know. You like being a stream dog. You do. You love being a little streamy dog with this little tiny tummy. All right, so now we have Beast Crest. So I guess since Tigray didn't pick, I'm gonna reach out to her later. To see if she'll pick something. I feel bad though, because it's such a shame that she kind of came in, subbed, and then dipped out. So I guess we'll play with Beast Crest until something changes. Secret tunnel, secret tunnel. Wait, why did he leave? I love that Mark notice. Wait, why did Bree yell no? I'm a little confused about that. And then I need more rosaries. And then we're going to fail the jump. Perfect. All right, so now we're going to fully upgrade the Beast Crest so we can equip things to it. But unfortunately, the Beast Crest has some of the most limiting choices out here. It only has 2 slots available, and they're both yellows. And one yellow slot's pretty much always dedicated to the Rosary Gather, and then the other one's dedicated for the weighted belt, so that way we don't get pushed back as far. All right, I'm gonna try to do hello game. We're gonna try to do another skip here. Okay, part 1. Fuck, we have to bail. Alright, I need wall climb for that. I forgot that I needed wall climb for the second half of it. There was a space for me to get up somewhere, but I played it pretty poorly. And it's not like super worth me me going out of my way to get it right now doesn't super benefit me. I can just go get it later and it's just as useful. Wow, I missed that dude? So funny. I feel like they, I don't know if it was always the case, but I feel like they buffed the Beast Crest recently, but they buffed it in a way that I don't think is super noticeable. So what they did to buff it, I think, is that when somebody tries to block something, like whenever an enemy tries to block it, you actually hit through the block, which is a very noticeable and like big buff. Except it's not like one of the buffs that people actually want for the crest. And the more that I play with the crest, the more I really do realize the crest feels like it's 100% balanced around this beast mode. So you're going to see me trying to activate it under every circumstance that I can. So like, if there's only one enemy, yeah, probably not going to activate it. Or if I'm platforming, probably not going to activate it because it doesn't actually benefit me in those exact positions. But everywhere else, it does benefit. In any type of combat, any extended combat, it will help quite a bit. we're going to come back to Bone Bottom real quick to turn some things in. And then we also gain a quest of killing pilgrims. So the pilgrims that are already on the road that have gone crazy, we're going to kill them and take their clothing for the good of other pilgrims who have yet to start their journey and have yet to go crazy. Once again, I can't understand why I'm always so bloodthirsty in games. And it's because all these games are like, we want you to go around killing things. See ya, nerd. Excellent. And we're going to go up to Greymore for a moment, but we're not going to really, like, do anything in Greymore. We're going to kind of, like, piece the hell out of Greymore pretty quickly. And that is because we want to go get our next movement skill. Because once we get our next movement skill, I then fight the boss to get us our next damage skill, like our next damage up. And playing with more damage is more fun. And admittedly, I will say Beast feels the worst at the lowest level. I was reading online a little bit earlier today because I was joking around with a speedrunner that he needs to play with Beast Crest. And I was looking at the stats for it, but the damage increase that they were saying from Beast mode is like 50% or 55%, which is, you know, just a massive damage buff. But obviously, like right now at the game, I'm at the very beginning, we only do 5 damage. So like when we're doing an extra 50% damage, 50% of 5 is 2.5. So that's not really a whole lot of damage. But even just upgrading the nail once, we go up to 9. Then that damage increase goes up to 4.5, which means we're then doing 13.5 damage per swing, which is noticeable, right? Like 13.5 is like, to me, is a huge amount of damage. Whereas, you know, 7.5 just doesn't feel nearly as much. Alright, we're going to talk to this barkeep. I don't think he actually tells me anything, or anything that I want to talk about. But we're going to have to talk to him later. One slash away, that's a But yeah, something I've been struggling with is getting, there's a tool in this game called Long Claw that I think will make Beast Crest really good. And to get it so that I can use it on Beast Crest, I do have to go very, very long out of my way. So I don't get Long Claw until towards the very end of Act 2, which is kind of like the earliest you can get it. Woo. still? I am. I am more on camera than I realize. That is excellent. Okay. We need to go get a memory locket that is directly below us. And then we have to kill all these rats because in one of my runs, I died to a rat. And I now can no longer... I have shame from it. So we have to have revenge. Yeah. Beast mode that dookie down. Okay, so there's that one, and then we'll just break this wall, grab all the rosaries. Where'd the other little rat go? Little rat, I was looking for you. Booyah. Alright, and now we need nothing more from down there. Oh wait, that's right, the 100%. I don't need to kill 100% of these rats for the journal. I just need to kill one of them, and I did. So now we're good. Golden. Glowing together, we're golden. Any K-pop Demon Hunter fans in the house? I absolutely loved it, and then I have also loved, there's a lot of covers of it. And I like a lot of the like heavier rock or alternative or metal covers.
Oh, mamido. Oh, yama.
But I found a couple of bands that I like that do covers of it, and they've done good covers of it. In the chat, for anybody who's still hanging out with me, what's a cover that you think is really, really good, or like even better than the original? I love cover songs. I like the film. I also like the song Golden. Golden's really good. I love the song This Is What It Sounds Like. That song, absolutely phenomenal in every sense of the word, I think. I like Golden. I get that Golden is like the flagship song. But I'm surprised I haven't seen too many other people talk about This Is What It Sounds Like as their favorite. I feel very alone in that. Like, Golden's amazing. I'm not trying at all to take away from it. What do you think about Soda Pop? I loved the lyrics of it, and I love how catchy it is. I haven't found a version of it that I love. What's the other? The boy band did this song that's like "Let Me Be Your Idol." That song's really fucking good. Turd. All right, here we get Creeper's Crest. Sunday, I wonder if I should give you some like sprinkle cheeks right on the face. Or maybe cover up your butt. That'd be hilarious. My little soda pop. There's so many good one-line, like that whole movie. That whole movie was so well written. I don't know why I'm coughing. Watch me be allergic to fucking drums. I would cry. Okay, did the bird move? Bird moved. Get out of my face. All right, but I could fight Moorwing with Reaper's Crest, and Reaper's Crest actually wasn't, whoops, too bad against him. I just don't want to. I want to fight with Beast. Beast is fun. I just have to be careful that I don't die to stupid nonsense. Which is kind of the whole name of the game. Those guys only have 50 HP, but it feels like so much more. How did that hit me? Whatever. All right, let's go down to Moorwing. But yeah, I haven't found a good cover of Soda Pop yet, which makes me sad. I recently found this one singer who I don't know if I like them yet or not. I feel like they've done some really good covers that I like. But when I've tried to listen to like their original music, I don't really like their original. Which makes me like feel kind of bad. Get beasted. I am the best beast. Crap, I was supposed to keep up. Combat in that corner. Crap. Woo. Beast Crest! Beast Crest! Darn it, I meant to make a soundbite there. I think I forgot. Yeah, I did not. I need a victory screech. There's a streamer I watch, and there's this very old movie. I forget what the movie is. But this guy who, like, he defeats a whole bunch of enemies. He's covered in blood, and he has a torch at the end. And he's just like, oh, and like screaming at the camera. And he uses that, and I love it, but I think I would use something else personally. But, you know, number one, so I'm not just copying him, but then number two, because it's not my cup of tea. And I don't think I'm cute enough to do SpongeBob's victory screech, right? Like I feel like that's better for like a more cutesy person. I'm more of like the badass Adora one, right? I'm not like cutesy. In. Long pin. Darn. No! What am I doing? I think I just need to kill one. I think you just saw somewhere that the sequel will be out in a few years. I'm honestly really glad it did as well as it did. I 100% had my hate reservations about it. You know, where you're like, oh, I'm not interested in even like looking into it because it's so popular. But then you watch it and you're like, oh, this is why it's so popular. It's because it's so well done. But I 100% didn't watch it just because so many people who are obsessed with like K-pop stuff were like, oh my gosh, it's so good. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's the best thing ever because it's K-pop and finally good representation of K-pop. And I was just like, there's plenty of good K-pop stuff out there. They are completely right. I 100% agree that the film, I think, was well done and interesting. Like, my only complaints about K-pop Demon Hunters, I wish there was more of it. Like, there were some things where I was like, oh, I wish they had dove a little bit deeper into this, or I feel like this could have been flushed out just better. Like, they didn't do a bad job with it, but I would have liked to see more of this. And yeah. And again, I think that's like one of the best complaints that you can ever have about something is like, I wish there was more of it. Burn in hell! I 100% expected him to have died at the second spear, and I got so scared when he did not. I was like, that damage is pretty high. Oh, that's why I wouldn't go to the wormways first. I was just thinking that there's a way for me to go to the wormways. And I was like, why don't I go to the wormways sooner? It's because I can't wall climb, and one of the reasons of me going to the wormways, I need to be able to wall climb. So there's really no point. Darn it. This little section here is the hardest pogoing for the Beast Crest in the entire game. I swear, nothing is nearly as hard as that single spot right there. And then this room can be slightly tricky. Oops. But I feel like it's only tricky when I try to rush through it like a speedrunner. A speedrunner who doesn't play with the Beast Crest trying to run through the room. Stay for that. And I don't need to kill these dudes. All right, let's unlock the bench. The bestest bench. All right, up we go. Don't make mistakes. Mistakes have been made. Mistakes are made. Mistakes are big. There we go. Cleared. Ooh, maybe that's the one I get. Maybe I record Garama.
Garama! 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 Garama!
I love that one. Garuma!
Garama!
No, sir.
Garama! Garama!
Sir, where are you going?
Garama! Garama!
She has one of these taunts. She goes real deep, when she has the beast crest on, and I freaking love it. She's like, Garma! No! Messed that up real bad. That was dumb. I keep trying to do a skip there that I have no business trying to do because no speedrunner can do it. And I'm doing it during a challenge run. And for how frequently I die, you would think that would encourage me to stop trying to do stupid shit. No, that was the worst. Fuck me. I looked over at chat to make sure that I was still sitting on camera. And I missed my jump. The problems of being a streamer. You're all that I my little soda pop, my little soda pop. Sunday, you look so cute. Sunday, you and I have the same beard for now. All right. Next skip. We take one of the splinters. And we take them up here. And I'm getting good at that skip. That skip saves me so much time. Do your own covers? I don't sing well enough for that. I am very tone deaf. What's actually really funny, if I tune something, like if I tune a guitar or anything like that, I will tune everything perfectly, but not in perfect, like, tune. I'll, like, tune it perfectly flat. Like, everything will be flat. But everything will be, like, exactly how far, like, you know, the scale will be perfect. It will just all be flat, so it's not usable. The last time I played guitar, I was using a device to help me tune the guitar. And apparently, when I was, like, tuning it, I tuned everything, but it was flat. That was also, like, 20 years ago, and my hearing's definitely diminished since that time. I also like more like alternative rock or like soft metal is what I call it. Cover. What the balls? Why did he come back down? Well, whatever. We're back up to full HP. Why did I bonk? I bonked because I suck. Oh, yeah. Garma. This fight is slightly harder than these Crest, because that attack she just did, I can cannonball into it, which is not great. And then she hides in her belt. Wow, I just obliterated myself. I hate in this game that when you knock away a projectile, it can still hit. Crap, I did not need to heal there. myself into a very, very bad position. That was super scary. I didn't realize I had 2 HP until she started attacking me. And I just kind of forced the attacks on her. So it didn't matter. Give me your needle in voice! And that's Widow with Beast Crest. You're all that I think of, and I think of my little soda pop, my little Sunday bear. Who's a little baby, little girl and scaby? My little Sunday bear, my little Sunday bear. All right. Nido Rin. Barely in range of that door, apparently. Which is excellent. I should have just done short. Inspect. Do 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 do. Inspector Gadget. Do 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 do. Okay. Excellent. Longest cutscene ever. That's it. That's one of the reasons, like, I don't understand how speedrunners play certain games, because, like, this is such a long sequence for me. Because, like, you kill this boss, then you have to wait until you do the boss's cutscene. Let's see. I think I need the bell to move first. And then we cut scene skip. Yes, I think we do cut scenes. Sunday, you get hot. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. There's actually an item up here that I can get. Ooh, it's actually a full rosary string. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna go through the top again. I normally go down to get a few more rosaries, but I don't think that's even particularly worth it. Because just going down through the top of here... I guess if I had that memorized, it would probably be a lot faster. There you go, Spring. Or Sunday. Oh. There we go. let's actually heal back up, because otherwise I'm gonna need to save quit out, and I don't want to. Here with your nonsense. Oh, Grey Root. I would like to do your ritual.
Mio fene?
So it's a shame. This quest that we just completed, she gives us a charm that makes it so our poison, like when we throw our projectiles, the red tools, lurking and twerking. I love it. It's so funny too. I'll say that all the time, except when I'm at work. If I'm at work and I have to say it, I'll often say lurking and working. Oh, Bree's copying my catchphrases. I love it. Nope, 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 nope. We have to wuss out. It's all right. That does fast travel us back to where I'm going. Mostly. Yeah, crap. It puts me up here. Not perfect. But I guess still close. And away we go. To restored Bellheart. And now with restored Bellheart,
Yanara.
we get to upgrade our needle. So this is where we go from that 5 to 9 damage.
Benny Frank.
And that's going to make this feel a lot better. And it's going to make Fury Mode feel a lot better. My missing corridor. And the crawl bug clearing. Okay, so now we have quests. We grab the secret stash here. Oh, hold on. I should rest at this bench. Actually, I don't think I come back to this bench because I think... Oh, well, whatever. Resting at that bench literally does 0 harm. Grab his rosaries. And then we're gonna run across the bottom here. Grab this dude's pocket money because he owes us those rosaries. And then I'm gonna go up here for some just quick rosaries because I ain't no speed runner. But I also think one of these guys I think I needed to kill. I don't know, though. I think I should have gotten a journal entry there, and I didn't. So that must mean that I kill a dude somewhere, and I don't remember where I kill him at. That dude, we definitely... All these little fisher people, they drop rosaries, so we kill them. Hello? Game? Come on, please. And up we go. This is awful. Oh, I don't even have enough. You stinking... It doesn't really matter. Just means I can't do a very unsafe strategy right away here. But we can just rest and the strategy works fine. Okay, so we go down, we go slightly right of this chain. And it takes us perfectly.
Me ofende?
But that takes us perfectly to the missing courier. And then from below the missing courier, now we can fight the Craggler. And I missed my corner hop there. There I went way too early. I don't know what I was thinking. There, since I'd already taken the damage, we just made the best of it since I already had beast mode activated. But yeah, ideally I shouldn't have taken like any damage there. But it's alright. As long as we only suck a little bit, we're doing fine for Beast Crest. I don't have Harpoon. Oh, we get another Mass Shard. And now we're going to go get Wanderers. And then this sucks because I don't like to do what I'm probably going to do next. But I think I need to get every advantage I can get. Did I get these already? Yes, I did. And I already got these ones, right? Yes, I did. Beautiful. Hello. Hey, Casual. How you doing, brother? Welcome in. Dan's game. Boo! Boo! What are we booing? I don't understand. This is a good game. Why would we boo this game? Yeah, you lie! And we're doing a challenge run of it, Casual. Explain your boos. Wait, did I get the Mossberry? I wasn't actually paying attention. I did not get the Mossberry. Or the shawl. Just seeing if you do text-to-speech with your bits. I need to set it up, so to be honest with you, I'm one of those streamers who nobody ever did bits, and recently I've started getting bits, so now I need to actually set that up. No, you are the one who sucks. I love that. Him's just a bitty boy. Yeah, you guys have actually been giving me a lot of bits to the point where I'm like, crap, I really do need to set something up for bits. Well, Casual, welcome. How are you? Yes, my beard is filled with sprinkles right now. You are allowed to either judge or admire. You are not allowed to be neutral to the fact that I have a sprinkle and frosting beard on right now. I'm a bitch girl. Bree can't have all the fun. Bree is definitely having all the fun when it comes to me. Yikes. All right. So now we have Wanderer's Crest. Oh, I even got the lucky crit there. That's awesome. Wanderer's Crest is the fastest attack speed crest in this game. And is therefore a lot of fun to play with. Bree, ironically enough, the one day you had named 3, and it picked, like, that was a pick for Wanderer's Crest. That run got so far, and then I messed it up, ironically also, by switching crests that run. I went to fight a boss, and it's a boss that I struggle with. So I was like, oh, I'm going to make sure that I intentionally, like, switch to this, like, cheat code mode in the game. So that way I don't die, and I end up dying. You didn't know I streamed? So I'm somebody, I don't like to advertise while somebody else is streaming. Obviously, like, I think it's one of those things, it's fine if the other person mentions it. But, wait, play Just Do It for 30 bits? Oh my gosh. I forgot that I'd set that up. That's ancient. I also didn't hear it go off. Did that go off? Did the Just Do It go off? I don't think it did. If it did not, I need to refund your bits, sir. So apparently I did do something with bits at once upon a time. Cast streams too? I didn't know this. Eventually? Okay, that makes more sense. Cass in here keeping secrets. It's okay, it did, just very quiet. That's all right. Now that I know how to actually make sound files for my computer, I'm gonna go kind of crazy. So likewise, Bree, if you need any soundbite whatsoever, if you can send me the source to it, I can make you a soundbite of it. You'll just have to let me know what you want. Because like the Mal joke that I played earlier, I actually had to craft that. So that's a quote from a game called League of Legends. And I put on his joke and his laugh back to back. I was building something, then this year happened. Yeah, dude, this year has been very, very crazy for sure. Incredible. Your nature is so unlike other things. Something I saw the other day, a meme I saw the other day that made me laugh really hard. You know how like there's always those I'm gonna just be a dick. I don't know what it's called. Have you seen those like like the Californian girls where they're like, this year is 2025 and it's gonna be my year? I haven't seen that in the last 2 years. I was dying. Like, you know, it's nearly 2026 and I'm not seeing anybody say, 2026, this is gonna be my year. All right. Back to Beast Crest, and we get our Vesta Crest. So our first Vesta Crest here allows us to equip an extra yellow slot. Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of yellow tools at the moment to equip. Damage is dirty. Two big boys down. My year was supposed to be 2020, but God had other plans. I would say don't let God keep you down, casual. I think you need to revolt, and if anything, revolt harder. Maybe even rebel. Also, which god? Are you talking about like Thor, Odin, Aphrodite? To be fair, if Aphrodite told me you know, this is not your year, I guess I would understand what you're talking about and be like, ooh, I guess this just isn't my year. Like Eeyore. Well, I guess this just isn't my year. Crap, I didn't bring the other spell that would make what I'm about to do a whole lot easier on me. But I guess we're going to make it work. Oh, I missed. I'm terrible. Oh, wait, I don't need to 100% these. What am I doing? Wait, I kill those things later anyways. There's a climb in Act 3 where I would have to kill those bugs, so I don't need to even kill them in here. Someone do something about the pest that just came in here? Hold on, I'm on it.
Is that a short joke? Is that a short joke?
I hope that never gets old. Poor Mal. Yeah, you're banned. Mal, you have no mod powers in this room yet. Namely, because you ditched me for other streamers, Mal. Detestable. I don't know. Without going into detail, it involved hospice and me quitting work to do that. Ooh, dude, that's rough. Like, Kaz, if you... Do you mind if I call you Kaz? Let's start there. If you want to talk about it, you know, you're more than welcome to. We're pretty relaxed vibe in here. However, if it's something where you're like, it's a lot of personal information and I don't know you well enough, I don't blame you at all. Feel free to ask me any questions. I'm fairly open. We were talking about my mental health earlier, and that was fun, I think. It was engaging. It was definitely not fun, but I would say it was definitely engaging for sure. Call me Mal's Banhammer. That sounds like some type of sexual innuendo. I like it. Mal's Banhammer. Crap, I just canceled my healing. Alright, instant skill. And on the skill. One down. Stop hitting me. Get out of here. How does she still have HP? There she goes. All right, I probably did not. I probably killed the other one off so fast that I thought I did more damage to her. I love it. Mal, let's rebrand Breeze Therapy Corner. Featuring Sprinklebeard. I think I would require a lot of help. And I also don't think people would be interested in my therapy. Because again, like if people were more interested, people would be here, right? But people don't like my Metroidvania obscure games. On it. Casual observer, you know what? Clap, clap, clap. I don't know what Mal's cheering to with her colored hands. I laugh really hard. So there's a software at my work that we use, and it changes the skin tone of your hands. So like in my job, we have a lot of Hispanic and black people that work. So like when I do a clapping emoji, a thumbs up, or a hands up emoji, all of them will be white. But if like one of my coworkers who's black does it, it raises a black hand. And I think it's like cool, but I also think it's weird because it's like, I want to be able to choose my emoji. Like if I want to raise a black hand, I want to be able to raise a black hand. People just don't know what they, people just don't know that they want it. You have to show them with not only your games, but your personality and energy. Yeah. So I always struggle, Casual, with the, I think I'm fun. I think I'm interesting. Like when I rewatch a lot of my streams, I'm very happy with the content I put out. It just doesn't do well, unfortunately. Or it doesn't do as well as I hope it would. Might be the better verbiage. Notice he's not typing back, he's daydreaming. Man can dream. Cast streams are high energy? Cass, it sounds like you need to start streaming again. I'm gonna follow you here. Next cutscene I get to. You rewatch? I don't always oh, of course he has an ad now, so I can't even properly answer him. Somebody remind me when he comes back to answer him. Actually, I guess we can just go do these quests. In this area. Because for the rest of Act 1, I don't get another damage increase unless I go get Barbed Bracelet. But I'm sure as shit not playing Barbed Bracelet with how well I've not been playing. Yeah, I just took damage there. We're no way in shape form doing Barbed Bracelet. Sorry, Meow. My brain is all over the place this week. Sorry, Meow, that you're so short-sighted. It's that serious. All the beads. All the rosaries. Sorry, I just realized that I hadn't seen my dog in a while, so I had to check to make sure that she was in the room with me. And Breeberry. I don't know if I have that kind of energy anymore, sadly. Aw. Guys, we gotta get your energy back, sir. My energy streams can be a lot of fun. I will admit, though, I'm somebody who prefers the informative side most of the time. No, not my Cass. If you're high energy, why is your name Casual Observer? gotta be like high octane observer. Why don't we just take a step back and ask for professionals' help with your situation? Maybe I wasn't supposed to read that one out loud. Excellent. Oh, I did that so early. Crap, I need to go up there anyways. I'm trying to do all the speedrunner skips and they're not helping me. I did half of them right, too. That's the worst part. Okay. Already got the flea. So I don't know why I'm trying to free him. Ads are over in my situation. So casual. You said. Hold on. Crap. You said something I wanted to answer. You rewatch? I can't even listen to myself. I've heard a lot of people say that they don't enjoy the sound of their own voice. I'm somebody, I'm not attracted to my own voice, but I think it sounds fine. I don't think it's bad. Whatever you want to call it, situation, problem, inconvenience. Casual, I want to know why is your username Casual Observer? Because I love that, but if you're high energy, then how are you casual? You should be like electrified observer. Mal's like, me too, girl. I'm assuming she's talking to the, or commenting to the, I need friends comment. All right, we got it. Now time for archery practice. Any Legend of Zelda fans in the house? Because we pretty much have the archery game, but done in a really smart, clever way. I have to hit the target 15 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I hesitated. Booyah! Because he's casually checking us girlies out, including you, Frosty Sprinklebeard. Yeah. It's a thinker. I really don't know how the two go together. And IRL can't... Wait. Is that if I recall correctly? Streaming are just opposite parts of me, I suppose. Checking out the girlies, even the ones that sound like a man, apparently.
That's fine.
Kazzy Daddy. Ooh, that would be a hilarious. Casual Daddy. Casual Daddy would be a hilarious fucking name. Crap. Wasn't supposed to dive into that platform. Crap, did I? Oh, good. I did talk to Pleb. There's all of her monies. Not in the lava this time, Mal. Booyah! I need to save up salt for this last wave. 1 and 2. Casual berry tea and casual Malia were taken. I don't know. Casual daddy isn't taken. Good, change it. Casual though, do you plan to go back to streaming? If so, I'm gonna give you a follow. If not, I'm just gonna be sad and still probably give you a follow anyways. You know, just in case.
Mario.
Magma Bell.
Fabio.
Alright, that's the last time we talked to Forge Daughter. Alright, so while this door opens, casual observer, Valor. Done. Crap, now I can't see my OBS. I want to, I wish I could, and I need to. It's been since January 31st of 2025, my last stream, but who's keeping track? Can I ask what's holding you back from streaming? Because I feel like most of the time, like the only thing holding people back from streaming is themselves. I feel like a lot of people are like, I like to stream or I want to stream, but I don't stream. I always think that's such a weird sentence. Ow. That's no! I'm fine. Just humbled. Alright, back up to full health. Fine. It's fine. Everybody calm down. We're fine. We didn't die. No matter what Mal tells you, I'm not a bad gamer. She's the one that sucks. Okay, never mind. Now I'm actually low on HP. Now I think it's fair to say that I suck. Alright, here's an item I have not gotten, like, ever in all my other runs, because I used my key to get through the wormways. And the item I just got increases my damage, along with Beast Crest. Means I'll basically, if I stack the buffs together, it'll be like an extra 100% damage, which is crazy to think about, right? So instead of me doing like 9 damage a swing, I would be doing 18 damage a swing. Nope, 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 nope. You turd. Be in hell, nerd. Ooh, that was so sick. By far one of my best dodges in this game ever. Mal told me some story sprinkles. What stories has she told you? And let me tell you, they're probably all true. If I had to guess, I would say they're probably true. Mal not fun to talk about when she's not paying attention. Yeah, that seems kind of normal for her. I don't think I want to go fight Rhino Beast right now because I don't feel powerful enough to fight Rhino Beast. What?
Is that a short joke?
I'm sorry, Casual. I guess you could say she has a short attention span.
Is that a short joke?
It's not fun to talk about you behind your back, Mal. Can confirm. Can agree. Yeah, you're blocked. Unfollowed. Mal, why you always hating? My favorite part about like all the short jokes involving Mal is that Bree's been here for like 90% of them and has never refuted any of them. She's just kind of like, yeah, that's a joke. Yep, that one was a good one. Bree's probably like over there just dying, just laughing her ass off at the whole thing. All right. Oh, wait, I can't do this because I don't have flea brew. How did I end up here? Oh, because I forgot to go do Skull Tyrant. Well, that's egg on my face. Get it? Because I have sprinkled beards on my face instead of egg. Come on, there's got to be a faster way. Excellent. This should be enough. No, oh my gosh, it was enough and I fucked it up. Alright, we'll just go the normal way. Actually, you know what? There is something I can do out here in Farfields that would just save me from having to do it later. Oh, she can fight. No, she can't, Bree. Either that or she thinks I'm too handsome and won't fight back because of it. Mal keeps telling me that she can fight, that she's like all spicy and sassy, like a Pomeranian. And she doesn't say anything back. She rolls on her back to my jokes as much as Sunday does. I don't know what to tell you, my guy. Tell her to stop being so Yorkie and tell her to be Pomeranian. Oh, so Casual, I don't know if you've seen, but Mal and I have this back and forth. She keeps saying that she's 6'1", but I keep telling her that she's dyslexic and that she's actually 1'6". Bree, is Mal an IRL friend? Like, is she somebody that also lives close to you? That's really short. Love how Kaz is just skipping over the dyslexia. No, 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 I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to go to jail. Let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out. I mean, I guess going to jail would be another way to get to Act 2. I just don't want to do it right this second. Also, going to jail, like when you get captured, is such a long process that I don't... Yeah, I really don't want to do that right now either. Alright, let's go fight a Skarsgård of the non-Andrew variety. And his little brother. But we're going to go at fully buff. Fire claws! Look at how fast that was. Jesus. Bree says, yes, she doesn't live here. Beard doesn't know. I don't know what, Kaz. What don't I know, Kaz? You're a great little Bree package, though. Oh, that's adorable. Oh, it's even better because, like, Bree's like the total package. Just not wrapped up in a nice little, neat little bow. Oh, Mal, you could be the bow. All right, we're just face tanking through some of those. That's not my place to tell you, Sprinklebeard. Wow, now you guys are being all sorts of cryptic and shit. Okay. You guys got your secrets? Did you know that I have a secret? Man, I wish I had this already queued up because it would be like 10 times funnier, but hold on. I got a secret. Where is it? No, I can't find it. Where's secret? No, why can't I find it? Oh fuck! I can't find. I had a soundbite that was for telling secrets, and I can't find it. Witness me!
Garbage! Oh, let's frolic in the mounds.
Oh, let's do.
Certainly.
My joke got ruined by my own It's even weirder. I could have sworn somebody played The Secret earlier, and it was really funny. Okay, so we did what I wanted to do in Farfields, so now we need to go fight Skull Tyrant. Activate the shortcut that we never ever use. Go up here for rosaries, which only 25, so a lot of speedrunners will say that's not worth. To us filthy casuals, it is worth. And then 45 from down there. Love it. Don't talk about casuals like that. Not casual observer. Casuals that play crap. Casuals that play the game. We ain't filthy, we just misunderstood. Stop dropping rocks on my head. I have to admit, though, that was really fucking fast with all the mess ups I had in that fight. That is still one of the fastest kills I've ever had on Skull Tyrant. He's barely on the screen.
Mi offende?
Everybody, I think we need a flea ride, right? Like, imagine if this was a real life thing. Maybe, all right, guys, here's the $1 million idea, right? The four of us, let's go in on this idea together. We're going to make a caravan. The caravan just takes you somewhere. The somewhere is not super important, but watch, ready? This is what we need to create in real life. Is a caravan that takes you somewhere, but you're just surrounded by fleas, or in this case, like puppies, right? Like, look at this. How awesome would that be to just be in a ride, just a nice little comfy wagon ride with just 6 puppies all around you. That was originally going to be my lurk noise. But I didn't think that vacation made as much sense for lurking. Just need a vacation. Vacation from my problems. Sucky lucky, and I had some time earlier. Ooh. Way to go, Kaz. What was the name? You better not have touched her. I feel like you guys are having your own conversation that I don't understand. Oh, I can get Pompilo. That lunge! Man, this game has been really, really unkind to me when it comes to these commando lunges. Hi, Sunday Bear. Are you getting in bed? Yeah, you look cute in your little bed. If I bought you that bed. Yeah, I just wish it wouldn't angle so much. Yeah, yesterday was court and I avoided it. Mal kept threatening that yesterday was court. I don't think even Mal went to court yesterday. It was Sucky Wucky Liquor. Get it right, Kaz. Sucky Wucky Liquor? Sounds like a Resident Evil monster. Listen. Bree is the judge here. I was busy that day. Mal, I hope you realize that doesn't hold up in court. Yes, you don't want to know, Sprinkle? I think I do want to know. You guys are talking about it in my chat. I feel like if anybody should know, I should know. Mal and Kaz sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. Wait, no. S-U-C-K-Y-Y-Y. Or actually, wait, hold on. S-U-C-K-A... Wait, no. S-U-C-K-Y-A-D. Yeah, that works. Okay, hold on. I can't take damage right now, guys. I have to pay attention to what I'm doing. I asked Casual to take my belongings upstairs for me. In the process, and something fell out. My Sucky Wucky Liquor fell out. And guess what happens? Guess. Your crush walks in. I'm innocent. He stole it and he took it. Mal, I think that's Kaz's way of flirting with you. Maybe he's offering to help. Or, hear me out, maybe he has an OnlyFans. Have you asked him if he has an OnlyFans? What kind of friend are you, Mal? The birds. Yeah, get bonked. I just wanted to see how it works, casually and innocently. It's never casually or innocently. Damn, never took my Sucky Wucky. I'll never look at her the same. Something I'm always sad about, I do feel like when it comes to toys, I feel like women have so much better and more interesting toys than men. I've bought a singular... No, I've bought a few. But most recently, I had bought myself a doll, and honestly, I just felt more creepy for having it than positive. No, I wanted that dude's rosaries. Hold on, I'm taking a lot of damage trying to read chat. Girl, it's heartbreaking. She wouldn't show me how it works, Sprinklebeard. I mean, Mal, I kind of agree with Casual here. I think that the moment it fell out, you like, that's where, like, you have to answer questions. Not, like, in great detail, but, like, if they are nice questions or, like, polite, I think that you're obligated to answer and just be like, all right, so this is how this works. This goes here. This is what feels great. This is the type of lube. Yeah, I definitely side with Casual here. I don't think anything is... I haven't heard anything that makes what Kaz did, and Kaz was even helping you. If anything, it sounds like you owe Kaz a little bit more. I feel like you owe Kaz the full explanation. Wait, Kaz, how old are you? Because if you are underage, all this goes out the window. Yay, Judge Beard! Now watch, Kaz is gonna be like, I'm 15. Gonna make it all awkward. You got a whole doll? Wait, hold on. Y'all got whole dolls that do shit and electronic strokers that go to porn? You do? I feel like we could go like pretty back and forth on this, Bree, because I feel like you girls have a lot of machines and a lot of like cool, crazy, and like creative toys. I haven't. If you try to look at the cool, crazy, creative toys that men have, it goes down a very minor alley. I would say the fact that we have sex dolls is like kind of like the best thing. Takes more to make a girl finish. I know, but that's my point. I feel like you girls have a lot like cooler toys because of it. And like, same thing too, when it comes to sex, like that's another huge thing too, where it's like, hey, we get to use this toy, or we can add this toy in. Guys, no, we don't ever get that as an additive. Literally, I want an animatronic of Michael Myers. Michael Myers? I'm double of age, so you're 34. Not literally, but yeah. All right, that... How do you say you're double of age and then instantly, like, the next statement you say is, well, not really. Women got all the things. We get fancy holes. That's all they are, let's be honest. Like I got decimated. Got trapped in the corner. And Fire Claw. If I was also playing with Barbed Bracelet. The amount of damage that would be obscene. That'd be damage on damage on damage. Fancy holes. We have fancy sticks. Tell her, Bree. You and your fancy sticks can go somewhere else. Bree, if I ever get mad at you, that's what I'm gonna say. You and your fancy sticks. Why is that so funny? No. God darn it. Okay. As long as I don't fall into the spikes here, I get to a save point and a heal. We did it. Let's see. They do all sorts of things. It's got levels of vibration, extra pokies for other parts. So complicated. And then Bree says, so do yours. Me and my fancy holes are banning y'all. All of a sudden, Mal is quiet. I feel like Mal's out shopping right now. Mal is out educating herself to the different types of things that are offered. She's deep in her research. Well, I guess not that deep, because then she couldn't get out. Educating is right. I had to read that out loud before it made sense. What's he doing down there, sir? Why are you dashing so much, sir? Jesus Christ. I thought I just died there. That was so scary. I think I'm gonna risk it. There's a dude out here that I'm gonna try to kill. We're fine. We're fine. We're still in there. Oh, dude, everything is allowed in my chat. I am not somebody who's like, I cater to the 15-year-olds in my chat now. No, I'm an adult. My chat's meant to be adult. I don't specifically... Ugh, y'all ruining the moment? Mal apparently is a much bigger fan of the Sprinklebeard than we all realized. Mal, you better tip or sub afterwards. I'm trying to go to the far fields because I just realized in my roundabout way we got our flea brew. And this game's really weird when you're not constantly killing everything you come across. Yay, Mal, you go, girl! Ooh, look at that little twerking action going on. Woo! Bree, I missed you saying hydrate 20 minutes ago. I feel very bad. It did not show up on my feed that I was looking at. So, thank you for the hydrate. Definitely have been talking nonstop. Wow, my chat is like way backed up apparently. Yeah, I died of dehydration. I don't know if I died of dehydration. After all, I would say I'm a pretty thirsty boy. Crap, I forgot to switch my spell. Doesn't really matter. Get out of my face! He might have good save, Bree. Kaz, get on the pole. Sharing for the channel points. Alright. Time to play Sonic the Hedgehog. Gotta go fast. Wait, I missed the first one again? No, I didn't. Kill the lights. And then we need to put on our anklets so that we run faster. And really Sonic the Hedgehog. Ta-da! We get this cool little secret room that talks about how all the Weavers in this game left. Okay, take that off. We put back on Flint. And then I think we'll play with Pompilo because that's my favorite. Great stream, but I gotta run. Casual, thank you for hanging out, brother. And same thing too, man. Whenever you get back to streaming, like, let us know, man. We'll definitely hype you up and show up. You bring some good, fun energy to streams, so if that's the case for your streams, I would definitely come hang out. Your rosaries. Crap, I ran so fast there, I wasn't ready for it. Alright, Silk Anklets and Bee's Crest might not work together. I'm moving too fast to react to things. Alright, this is our second time through this area. And even worse, I actually have to come through this area one more time because I'm wussing out on Rhino. Alright, let's man mode up. Let's go fight Rhino. And then I think I'm gonna call it a night for tonight. We've been streaming for a while. And I'm scared about how Rhino's gonna go. Worst case for Rhino, I can just switch crests, but I don't want to. That sounds like some very big wussing out. That was weird. Bree, do you have anybody that's streaming that we could raid into? Because typically, like, if I'm doing better in a stream, I like to raid over into somebody. Crap. Interesting that my... No, up. We gotta wuss out. We're wussing out. We're terrified. Alright, I guess we're gonna switch. Oh, crap. I'm gonna be all the way back down at that other bench. Okay, let's just set up a Crest real fast. I guess we're doing Wanderer. For poison. And then all the yellows. Oh, maybe that's not the best. Well, we've committed to it. Sadly, no. Yeah, Mal, why aren't you streaming? Bri, I was talking with Mal the other day that she should be a streamer. Especially like if she's working on art stuff. She should definitely be a streamer. Because I also feel like with like art streamers, you're gonna get those people that are like, I'm at work right now, or like I'm working on something, and they would just like hang out while she's streaming. It's because you bring a lot of good, fun, like goofy energy into streams, and that's what's fun and entertaining. You seem like a good time, so it's very easy to be like, oh, well, if they seem like a good time, I would probably want to hang out with them while they're streaming and having a good time. That was not the direction I told to go, but sure, well. Can't believe I mistimed that. Man, I wish I wasn't so scared of Rhino, but I'm fucking terrified of this stupid Rhino. Wow. Crap. Why is he not dead yet? Stupid Rhino. He's not supposed to even be hard. I just suck at him. All right, guys, but we're going to end there. Apparently, since none of us have friends that stream at this time frame, at the good old 10 o'clock at night, we're missing out, but that's okay. I wouldn't stream art even if I ever did stream? Interesting. How come? I actually like artists. I think they're fun and interesting to watch. I'll do this for right now. I was looking at some of my rewards. Mal, I have 2 emotes that I actually can still fill. And I don't know why I feel like I'm missing emotes apparently. Or I made some of them like free. So I need like 2 or 3 regular emotes. And then I don't have an animated emote. And then I also don't have tier 2 and tier 3. I don't think I'm super worried about that at the moment. I think that's a bridge that I have to cross once I get there. And then I don't have a bits tier emote either. So lots of potential. Kaluna, thank you. Have a good night as well. I just don't want to share my art. Are you doing hentai? I'd prefer maybe sharing games. Yeah, that could be a lot of fun. All right. Ads are starting in 5 minutes, so we're just going to end here. Everyone, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you. Conversations were mostly fun tonight. But yeah, thank you for hanging out. And of course, until that next time. Ta-ta.